everyone, the Beard Baron here today with a new video on hats. Not beards, so huge disclaimer guys, I'm not going to talk about beards in this video, so I'm going to let you know that this is purely a hat video, highly requested for months now, and since we are celebrating the 5th year anniversary of the launch of thebeardbaron.com, I thought this would be a great time to share my love of hats, the hats I've been wearing in the videos you've seen here on YouTube, the photos and videos on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I've got a lot of questions from you guys about what hats, what they are, where can you get them, so I'm going to cover all that today. The hats that I wear the most nowadays, I don't just wear them just for video and pictures, but I wear them every day of my life, and I have been for my whole life, been a hat wearer except for at school, where we always had a no hat policy, which is kind of a bummer, but I've gone through many different phases, styles, and I'm going to highlight the ones that I wear today, all the time. I'm going to put the links down below where you can find them, more info on them, so I'm going to just kind of cover of the hats that I wear currently, and I've been wearing these hats for the past few years. So let's start with the one that's on my head, the Gent. What can I say about the Gent? I love this hat. This hat, the Gent, is made by Salmagundi here in Boston. I love Salmagundi. They're a hat store that I've been shopping at for probably close to a decade. And at first they started off just as a hat store, carried many various hats, and then recently in the past few years they've created their own lines and are making their own hats. They actually make it in their location in Jamaica Plain. They have a whole like haberdashery kind of thing going on down in the basement. I got a tour of it. It's fantastic. They got the blocks down there. They do all sorts of crazy fantastic things, and this is one of my favorite hats that they make is the Gent. This is a center dent crown, 4 inches. It is a 2-inch brim, snap brim, so you could wear it down in the front if you want to. For me personally, I've never been a fan of snap brim turned down. I kind of look like I'm a detective that's been traveling through time and I'm looking for some way to get back in time. So I usually always wear my snap brims all the way up, all the way around. This is great for kind of mixing up a style if you want. You can go for any kind of flavor. What I love about this is it's a wool hat, 100% water repellent. You can wear this in the rain, snow, keeps you warm since it is wool. Satin lined inside with their logo. It's fantastic. It's been a real standby for me at all times, and what I love about it most too is that it's packable, meaning it's crushable. You can toss this in your suitcase, your luggage, put it right back into shape, and you're good to go. And this is something you really need to consider if you're really into hats and you're traveling, is whether or not they are crushable, packable, because I've ruined so many hats that aren't crushable by throwing them in a suitcase thinking I'm going to pad them okay with some, some socks, some shirts, and it's going to be okay, and you just pull out the hat and the thing is just destroyed, and it's really unfortunate. So this is a great versatile hat. It runs you over $100, I think maybe 110, 115, right around in there. These hats can be cleaned, they can be reshaped. It's a quality piece, and you get what you pay for when it comes to fine men's headwear, and this is what I definitely consider the Gent from Salmagundi, Boston. Fantastic store, highly knowledgeable. Dressing is great over there, and I really have always loved what they're doing. This comes in many different colors. This is really, I like them nice and simple. You can put a feather inside this little band here if you want. This is a satin band, and it's just a really sharp hat. Got it in navy, got it in gray. I also have an emerald green as well, and I've always enjoyed it. Real classy look, kind of timeless, and this suits me very well, this shape and style. Next up, we've got the Kangol 504. This is an extremely iconic hat. It has been around for ages, and when you think of Kangol as when it comes to hats, this is the hat you're probably thinking of, and it's the 504. And I need to be really specific about this because Kangol has been around since, I believe, the 1930s, and they produce a ton of great quality hats. And this is their most iconic version right here, is the 504. And this is because it's a great shape, it's a great height, the brim is the right size. This is also available as a 507. The brim is a little bit longer. For me, I never really enjoyed the 507 because it kind of threw off my face and the bill was a little bit too long out in front, but this is perfect for many occasions. I wear it many times for a year round. This is in their Tropic finish, so this is a lightweight. You can wear this during the spring, summer. You can even wear it in the fall and winter if you wanted to, but they also make the 504 in wool if you want to wear something like this in the winter. This is the Ventair edition right here. It's got some extra texture and kind of some venting out your head so your dome doesn't get too hot. This is just a regular Tropic 504. It's got no kind of venting up here, but still lightweight, more of like a stylistic kind of approach of what you want. I feel like this is a great hat if you're just looking to throw something on that you don't want to wear, like maybe a baseball cap out. This is a cap. It's considered a flat cap. It's a little bit, you dress things up a little bit. You could always wear it. You can wear it with, jeans and t-shirts. You can dress it down. You can dress it up. You could wear it with, a suit if you wanted to, a sport coat. A wool version will look great with an overcoat during the colder winter months. And this is just a very versatile kind of hat to wear. And again, travel-wise, this takes up almost zero room in a bag. It's like you can just put this in your backpack. You can just fold it in half. Machine washable. It has a foam piece here in the front bill. Kind of just builds it up a little bit in the bill. Just give it a little bit of a padding in there. Like I said, throw these in the washing machine. Comes out like brand new. Lasts a real long time. These will run you probably about cost-wise about anywhere from $30 to $50. They come in so many styles and finishes and colors. It's unbelievable what is out there for the 504, 507 as well. There's so much options to choose from, so you can mix and match with whatever you're wearing, whatever kind of vibe and style you're going for. So I highly recommend Kangol flat caps. They're fantastic, well made. They're priced just right, and I've always loved them, and Kangol in general makes a lot of great hats and different styles. But for me, the 504 is where it's at. I always make sure I have these on hand. I have this in multiple colors. You've probably seen them in all my Instagram posts of different colors I like to wear. And that's the Kangol 504. I love it. So we've covered Salmagundi Boston, Kangol, and my third favorite brand and company for hats is Bailey's of Hollywood. They make great hats, various styles, and this is one style that I love during the summer, and this is the Bailey's Billy. Similar style to that first Salmagundi hat I showed you. This is a teardrop crown. It's roughly the same size, 4-inch top. It's a bit of a stingier brim, so it's about 1 5/8. And this is a snap brim, just like that Gent that I showed you earlier. So you can wear it down. Like I said earlier, I like to wear snap brims up in the front. Again, these are packable. You can fold them, throw them in your luggage, just pick it up and it's back to where it started. And I love that about this hat. Wears well, it's a lightweight, it's highly breathable, so you're able to have a nice kind of look going on in the summer without sweating to death in it. It's a very lightweight, highly packable. Again, it's a really versatile hat. Comes in many different colors. I own this in quite a few colors, and I always make sure I have one with me. And during the summer, I almost exclusively wear these for the most part. It makes a great beach hat. If you're out and about and you want to wear the brim down with a pair of sunglasses, and on a real bright day, it helps keep the sun out. And so it has some practicality to it as well. And these are the hats that I really lean towards, is this size and this brim. And over time, if you're into hats, you'll notice that it takes a little while to find the style and the brim size and the crown size that kind of goes with your facial features. Because sometimes if I wear something that's a little bit too stingy of a brim, say like maybe 1 inch to 1 1/2, it throws off my face. My beard looks even bigger in a not good way. And same with if the crown is too high or too short, it throws out the proportions of my face as well. And just like in beard shape and style, hats are going to play a role in experimentation of trying them on, getting a feel for what works for you and what you feel confident in. And I always stress this many times for guys when it comes to any kind of style, whether it's clothing, beards, facial hair, hats, is that you want to feel confident in what you're wearing, because that's going to show. And if you're not confident in what you're wearing, that's going to show as well. It's going to come off like you're trying to do something and you're not so sure of it. People can pick up on that, even subconsciously. So if you're going to rock something, rock it because you're confident in it. And this is going to come over time. So try on as many hats as you can and have fun with it. There's so many things out there nowadays. There's almost so much to choose from, too much to choose from. But that's what makes it really cool, is that you can play around and have a really good time and switch things up. You can change up your outfit just by switching your hat, and that's what I love about hats, is that my love of hats comes from such a place of experimentation. And last, but certainly not ever least, is the Beard Baron Bowler. This hat is the one that started it all for the Beard Baron. It's on our logo. It's been around since the beginning. It's the first hat I was ever photographed in as the Beard Baron, and it has an extremely special place in my heart and in my collection. As I shared recently in an Instagram post, when I was younger as a boy and when I was thinking about growing up, I saw pictures of my grandfather, and I wanted to be my grandfather when I grew up. He had a great hat collection, loved hats. His love of hats became my love of hats. He was a true Boston gentleman, always dressed up to the nines, and when his hat collection was just massive. And I saw all these pictures of him when I was a kid, and he was drafted into World War II at the age of 34. That was 1 year prior to being exempt from being drafted at 35. So he was drafted in, and he became a field medic. He dragged those young men off the field from the tip of Sicily all the way through Italy, and he liberated the Dachau concentration camp in Germany. Came home, unfortunately he passed away when my mom was only 12 years old, so I never got a chance to meet him. But when I saw pictures of him, and there's this one picture of him wearing a bowler that I saw as a child, and for some reason it just fascinated and captivated me, and I was like, that's who I want to be when I grow up. So when we were getting ready to do the Beard Baron website, I had to get my picture taken for some content for the website, and I naturally grabbed my bowler and I put it on, and I thought of him, and I think of him every single time I wear it. I wore it at my wedding, and it's been a real special hat to me. This is the original Beard Baron bowler hat. It's Bailey's of Hollywood, as I mentioned earlier, fantastic hats. It's called their Derby, and it's, again, a 2-inch brim. This is not a packable hat, even though I've tried and I've done it many times. This has taken a beating, so I've retired the original one, and now I wear this one, which is a backup, same exact hat, except this one has a black feather in it, a little cooler. Again, I bought this at Salmagundi, Boston. This is before they're even making hats then, and I've had this hat for nearly a decade, and I've always loved it. Such a clean, crisp look. It's kind of got to be a little tricky with it because you don't want to come off as anachronistic or kind of like a time traveler. So rock it with confidence. That's one thing. Like I said, you got to rock it with confidence, and you can sell just about anything at that point with what you're wearing. So a very special hat to me. Again, this is probably runs you about $60. It comes in multiple colors. I have it in brown as well, and also comes in white and gray. This is a really cool hat, really well done, because bowlers come in various sizes and finishes, but I feel like the Bailey's of Hollywood bowler here, the Derby, is probably one of the best done hats. I think the crown is the right size, and the turned up brim is the right size and the right turn as well. So again, experimentation, guys. I love hats. I've always loved hats and always will. So, you know, if you have questions about anything here that I just showed you today, definitely drop some comments down below. Like I said, I'll put the links down there, some info, so you guys have all the knowledge that you need of what to go with if you liked any of these hats. That's really cool. Again, Salmagundi, Boston, they're clearly, to me, the best hat store around and best haberdashers out there too. And I'll put their link down below. You can order online. I've had many of you guys reach out to them already, and just even over the phone, you can call them up and they'll find exactly what you're looking for. Tell them the Beard Baron sent you. Jessen loves when people call up or send him an email that the Beard Baron sent them their way. So shout out to everyone out there who rocks a hat. If you got a favorite hat, let me know. Drop it down below of what your go-to is. And these are my go-to hats that I showed you today. Obviously, I own more hats than this, but these are the ones I wear on a regular basis. And you guys know what I mean. You know how it goes. So drop some quick comments down below. Like I said, we're celebrating 5 years of the Beard Baron. We've been on YouTube now for 5 years as well, so it's been fantastic with you guys. You guys have been with me the whole time. Drop some comments down below. Send some love, like, subscribe. Send some people over who don't even know about the Beard Baron. Love hats, love beards. Send them on over. I'll talk to you guys soon. Until then, take care.